Power does not live in silence. The moment the world stops looking at you, you are already dead. Attention is the oxygen of power. With it, you dominate. Without it, you vanish into nothing. Law 6 of Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power is simple, but brutal. Court attention at all costs. Why? Because people are drawn to spectacle, to charisma, to presence. The world remembers the voice that is heard, the image that is seen. The one who fades into the background is forgotten, and in the game of power, obscurity is death. By the end of this video, you'll understand why attention is the purest currency of influence. You'll see it in history, in literature, and in the modern world. And you'll learn how to command attention with strategy, not desperation. Law 6, court attention at all costs. What does this mean? It means attention is not optional. It is survival. In power, attention is oxygen. Without it, you suffocate. With it, you breathe influence into everything you do. Think about it. A man with no attention is invisible. His talent, his ideas, even his victories vanish in silence. But a man who commands attention, even with less skill, shapes the story. He bends the narrative to his will. Humans are wired to remember spectacle, not silence. From the Roman Colosseum to today's digital feeds, the bold presence, the drama, the showmanship, that is what sticks in the mind. Our brains are drawn to contrast, to the figure who steps out from the blur. That figure becomes the reference point. The world orbits those who stand out. This is why Law 6 is ruthless. Blend in, and you are forgotten. Stand out, and you become unavoidable. But here's the psychology. Attention itself is neutral. It can be admiration or controversy, love or fear. What matters is visibility. When people are speaking about you, you are alive in the game. When they are not, you are already dead in it. Think of history's rulers, artists, entrepreneurs, the ones we still speak of centuries later. They all understood that the crowd doesn't remember competence alone. It remembers presence. It remembers the one who dared to shine brighter, act bolder, or play the spectacle better than anyone else. And here's the hidden angle most people miss. The one who controls attention controls the narrative. Because people don't believe what is true, they believe what is repeated. They believe what is seen. Control attention, and you shape not just how others see you, but how they see the world. That is why Law 6 is not about arrogance or ego. It is about survival. Attention equals visibility. Visibility equals power. Without it, even the strongest fortress will fall unnoticed. With it, even the weakest hand can command an empire. So remember this: attention is not a luxury. It is the battlefield itself. You don't win power by hiding. You win by stepping into the light so strongly that no one can look away. Today we will look at 3 examples that show you how attention works like a weapon, sometimes admired, sometimes feared, but always powerful. Let's start with the showman who mastered it better than almost anyone, P.T. Barnum. Barnum understood one thing very clearly. People are not hungry for truth. They are hungry for spectacle. He built his empire not on what was real, but on what captured the imagination. He filled his circuses with bold stunts, strange creatures, and outrageous claims. Some were authentic, many were illusions. But here's the point. It didn't matter. People couldn't resist talking about him. Every poster, every headline, every rumor kept his name alive. Barnum didn't fear controversy. He used it. When critics mocked him, he smiled. Why? Because mockery still drew eyes. He once said, "There's no such thing as bad publicity," and he proved it. His enemies spread his fame even faster than his fans. Think about the psychology here. Human beings don't remember silence. They remember shock, surprise, and boldness. P.T. Barnum turned that truth into a business model. His circus wasn't just entertainment. It was a machine built to harvest attention. Now imagine if he had played it safe. Imagine if he had stayed quiet, waiting for approval, avoiding criticism. He would have been forgotten, buried among 1,000 nameless businessmen of his time. Instead, he carved a legacy. not by being loved, but by being unforgettable. The lesson is simple. In the game of power, indifference is your true enemy. Hate, mockery, even scandal can be survived, but being invisible cannot. Barnum shows us that attention itself is a form of currency, and he spent it until it made him immortal. Our second example comes not from history alone, but from literature, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. A play, yes, but also a mirror of how attention can crown you or destroy you. Caesar's fall was not only about daggers in the Senate. His true death came from something quieter, but far more dangerous, attention slipping away. The conspirators stabbed him, but their victory was not secure until they won the crowd. And here's the turning point. Mark Antony's funeral speech. Think of it. Brutus stood before the people and gave them logic. He appealed to reason, to honor, to calm. But Antony, he understood Law 6. He understood that power hides in attention. His words dripped with drama, pauses, emotion. He held the crowd in his hands. He repeated, "Brutus is an honorable man," until the words turned into poison. He read Caesar's will. He pointed to the wounds. He made the crowd weep, then burn with rage. And in that moment, the fate of Rome changed. Not because of swords, not because of titles, but because Antony commanded attention at the right time. Now look deeper. Caesar's enemies killed his body, but Antony killed their victory. He proved that in politics and in life, the one who holds the crowd's ears and eyes holds the narrative, and the narrative is power. The lesson is clear. Influence does not belong to the one with the best argument, or even the strongest claim. It belongs to the one who can grip attention and refuse to let it go. And now, the third example, Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. If Barnum was the showman of the 19th century, Branson became the showman of modern business. Branson understood something vital. People forget products, but they never forget spectacle. He built Virgin not only on business ventures, but on bold stunts that captured the world's eyes. He once dressed as a bride to launch Virgin Brides. He once drove a tank down Fifth Avenue to promote Virgin Cola. He crossed the Atlantic in a hot air balloon, risking his life for nothing more than attention. Now here's the twist. Many of these ventures failed. Virgin Cola collapsed. Virgin Brides faded. Even the balloon stunts didn't turn profits, but Branson didn't lose. Why? Because the attention never left him. Every outrageous act stamped Virgin into public memory. This is Law 6 in action. Even in failure, attention can be recycled into power. Branson's spectacle wasn't about the short-term win. It was about the long-term brand. Virgin became synonymous with boldness, with risk, with daring to be different. People invested in Virgin not just for the business, but for the story. And here lies the lesson. In business, silence kills faster than failure. A failed stunt is forgotten, but an invisible company is never remembered. Branson proved that attention can keep a brand alive even when the balance sheet struggles. By being unpredictable, daring, and impossible to ignore, he made Virgin a name recognized across the globe. Barnum showed us how to create attention. Antony showed us how to wield it. And Branson, he shows us how to survive with it, how to keep your empire alive, even when ventures collapse, simply because the spotlight refuses to leave your name. Now, let's bring Law 6 into your world. Because attention is not just for kings, politicians, or billionaires, it's for anyone who wants influence in their own arena. At work, never make the mistake of hiding behind effort. Effort is invisible. No one pays attention to the late nights, the sweat, the unseen grind. People only notice what you show. That's why you must put results where others can see them. Don't just do the work. Make sure the impact of your work cannot be ignored. Invisibility is career suicide. In business, remember this. The best product in the world is worthless if no one hears about it. Attention is the bridge between value and recognition. You could have genius ideas, but if you whisper them into silence, they die there. Market loudly, boldly. Even small ventures need to create noise, a story, a spectacle, something that makes people stop and look. Online, the game is even sharper. The internet is drowning in noise. Everyone is shouting, but only a few cut through. You don't win by shouting louder. You win by creating signal. Create something so unique, so bold, or so consistent that people cannot scroll past you. Attention multiplies opportunities. One video, one post, one moment of visibility can change your trajectory. And here's the practical key. If ignored, provoke curiosity. Ask the questions no one is asking. Do the thing no one dares to do. Curiosity is a hook. It pulls eyes toward you. But once you have that attention, don't overfeed it. Mystery is what keeps people coming back. Be seen, but never fully understood. Presence with depth. Visibility with intrigue. The world doesn't reward ghosts. It rewards those who step into the light, not just once, but again and again, until their very name becomes impossible to forget. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. Society doesn't reward the best. It rewards the most visible. Think about it. The world is not run by the quiet genius sitting in his room. It's run by the person who knows how to stand where the light hits. Mediocre ideas with massive attention often crush genius ideas buried in silence. That's the unfair truth. Why does this happen? Because attention creates perception. And perception, whether true or false, creates reality. If the crowd believes you're powerful, then you are. If the crowd believes you're a failure, then you are. The reality itself becomes secondary. The story people see is what matters. This is why Law 6 is so dangerous and so necessary. If you blend in, you vanish. If you're invisible, you lose before the game even starts. But if you hold attention, even imperfectly, you can shape the narrative, control the story, and turn perception into real power. It's not fair, but it's real. And once you accept this hidden truth, you stop complaining about the rules and start playing the game to win. Imagine living unseen, unnoticed, forgotten. You may work, you may struggle, you may even achieve in silence, but without attention, you will have no power. Attention is not vanity, it is survival. Those who command it bend reality. Those who lose it vanish. Court it, command it, and power will follow. The world remembers only what it cannot ignore, so stand where the spotlight falls or be erased by the shadows.